Oh my gosh, when he said those words, it changes your life. It did me anyway. And if all of a sudden you realize that the world is not the way you thought it was, and you could not put up with that kind of prejudice that I had felt. It didn't take me long.
So we came along, and that was a PFLAG meeting, and we met Claudia, and totally impressed. She was a person that had no fear of talking about gay issues, discussing her son, who is gay, how that whole thing came about, how she got involved with PFLAG.
And with Claudia, just her son wasn't enough of a receptacle for her love. There was so much more this woman could do.
She opened up so many doors, and she's always been so supportive of everyone in the community, especially the youth, and she just helps everyone.
You know, for her to stand up and say, you know, I'll be your mom, or, you know, I'll be your parents, or your grandma, or your aunt, or your uncle even, if you need it, and I'll be there for you, and my arms are wide open, and I'm going to hug you.
And I happened to run into her, and I was with my grandpa and my aunt, who I haven't come out to yet. And she hugged me, and she's like, it's so good to see you. And my grandpa was like, oh, how do you know each other? Because they introduced themselves. And Claudia said, well, you'll just have to let Sala tell you that. And so she just left the door open for me to be able to do it myself and come out to my family. And it just inspired me to be myself in front of everyone.
So it's really helped my mom come out of her shell, to know that Claudia is proud of her son and she's not afraid to say that my son's gay, and that she's really been there, a rock and a support for all of us.
She's very direct, she lets people know, and she certainly lets people know if they're saying things that are wrong, that are basically untrue. And she's not afraid of speaking out and talking about these to whoever it is.
And I think that feeds all of us with the excitement that she shows for each one of us that are out. I know that even though I'm close to the age of Claudia, she still treats me like one of her kids.
I never thought that I would have a family connection in this city once Derek and I moved here. And it really ended up being where I feel like I can go to her for anything. It's actually a better relationship than even with my own mom in certain ways, because I can talk about any gay issues and anything that comes up in the community.
She gives me a lot of hope that there's other generations of people out there that will maybe change their hearts. And she tells me all the time, one heart at a time.
Well, I just want to thank you, Claudia. You're an amazing woman. Thank you for inviting us into your home, into your life, into your love, and I hope you just have the health and the energy that you need to sustain you to continue to do the marvelous things you're doing.
She's an amazing representative of really what unconditional love means. And I think about her and my own mother, and as much as I love my own mother, boy, how great it would have been to have a mother that really loves unconditionally like Claudia does. And I love you, girl.
Claudia is a perfect example of someone who has educated herself on GLBTQ issues and then shares that with the community. And Claudia is our local PFLAG mom. We love her to death. What would we do without her? I go to as many meetings at her house as I can, and I know I'll be accepted there and feel welcome there. And congratulations, Claudia, I love you.
I do not know why, really, but I just feel I have a moral obligation to speak up for equality. You hear a lot about morality, and I think it's immoral to push people to suicide, or immoral to make them feel less than. So that's why I feel so driven.
First for Bobby, and I want to thank his mother for that book. It really helped me to understand what it feels like to be gay and feel less than. I want to thank Gary and Lily Watts.
Amen.
They inspired me in marvelous ways, and made me know that I could speak up too for equality. So I'm so thankful for that. The love that I feel for my PFLAG group has been so amazing. It's touched my heart in such a way. So somebody said, is it going to be hard for you to speak? And I thought, how can it be hard to speak about the people I love so very much? Anytime I might have a doubt about what I'm doing, that maybe I should retire or something. And then I think about not just my son's story, but all of the other stories, the hundreds of stories that people have told me. And I know that this is the work that I need to be doing. I am so very thankful for it. I hate to think of it as work. It isn't work. This is just great joy. And I discovered that it's so important that we speak up, that we say the words, that we do it with pride. I am so thankful for that. My daughter had an experience she was working at her little store, and there were some men standing around in there, truck drivers, and they were saying some homophobic remarks. And she said, you know what? I have a brother that's gay. Now, if you're going to say ugly, homophobic remarks, take it outside.
Yeah.
And then later, one of those men came back and said to her, I have a funny son. I don't think he meant that it was a comedian, but that was cute. And she said, well, how long has it been since you've seen him? How long has it been since you visited him? Oh, he said, it's been a long time. So he left. A few weeks later, he came back, and he had gone to visit his son. And he said, he came back to tell Tanya about it. He came back to tell her about this visit. He said, I really liked his partner. And it was really nice, because he found out that he had 2 granddaughters that they're raising. Is that amazing? Now, that is family values. And that is part of the reason why PFLAG is such an important thing for us to do. This is all about family, and this is all about including all of our children, not just the straight ones. So it's really important that we speak up. It's been strange because there have been very few people that I have met that didn't have somebody that they knew and loved who was gay. So I just challenge all of you to go out into the community, speak up for equality, and speak up for love against hate. I would like to ask all of you to take a little bit of time out of your life and volunteer. Volunteer for PFLAG, volunteer for the HIV/AIDS Task Force, volunteer for equality, that we might be able to change the ordinance here so that we have equality here in St. George, so no one can fire you because you're gay, or no one could kick you out of your apartment. These are the things, the grassroots work, and it takes work from everyone, and it takes love. So please help us here.
Amen.
My sweet son that started me on this journey. For having the courage to come and tell me the truth, and my love for you, that you would tell me the truth, because it's changed my life. Thank you, Braden.
And thank you, Claudia. Thank you for inspiring us all to be the full human beings that we can be. For this beautiful award of Red Rock, and also a copy of Martinez Speaker Wing Club, be nice or else. Thank you so much.